Hey everyone, welcome to this quick video on IRCTC. This apparently is the first video from IndiTraveller.com. My name is Piyush Agarwal, and I'm hoping that through these mini videos, and I will be making several more. I can help you and a lot of fellow travelers when it comes to traveling in India. There are several small tips. There are several things that one can learn about traveling in India, where it can be related to booking tickets, it can be related to making hotel reservations, it can be related to just roaming around in certain locations in cities. It's just best practices tips, and I'm hoping that with the help of this channel I can help you and a lot of travelers to travel safely and obviously carefree in India. India is a crazy place, as most of them say, but what I will try to do is I'll try to remove the chaos from this place and make sure that the craziness that's left behind is all that you can enjoy. So, in this video, as I mentioned, I will be talking about making, rather, reserving your first railway ticket via the Indian Railway Booking Site, IRCTC. That's right, IRCTC. Let's get started. So I'll go ahead and go to irctc.co.in. You can perform a Google search as well if you want more information about it. So IRCTC stands for Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation Limited. They are kind of the official online partners with the Indian Railways to be able to sell the railway tickets online. That's right. I mean, this is not exactly by the Indian Railways Department itself, but this is like a wing of the Indian Railways Department, and they mainly handle the ticket reservation, or rather, this ticket reservation interface, uh, which is today quite frankly one of the most massive, one of the biggest ticket reservation sites across the world. In fact, if we talk about just Indian Railways is one of the busiest and one of the largest network of trains across the world. You can compare it to most of the places around the world where railways are really famous, and you will realize that the way Indian trains operate is quite maddening, and the number of people who travel, it's quite crazy as well. I mean, when you it's an experience in itself. If you travel by train in India, you'll realize that how there's even in that kind of chaos where there are like thousands of people traveling in the same train, there's still some kind of system in place. I mean, people know what to do, people know how to go about things. And I'm hoping with the help of this short video, you will at least be comfortable with understanding how to go about booking your ticket. So let's get started. First of all, obviously, you will need a account to be able to book a ticket from this site. Now, IRCTC, this particular site has a great history, a very popular history of being one of the worst sites to work with. I mean, it's the busiest, it gets the most number of hits, the most amount of traffic, the amount of revenue, the amount of transaction made over this site is amazingly mind-boggling. But at the same time, the site has had its own phases. I mean, there was a time when people used to wait for ages for the pages to load. Most of the time, the transactions would fail. There would be days when you can't figure out what's happening on the interface side. But that was a long time back. I mean, IRCTC has improved over the last couple of years quite a bit, and the interface that we are looking at now is something that they have been improving from time to time, and it's something that they have launched about 2 to 3 months back. So we will see quite a few fresh and new elements. I mean, they still have a long way to go if you look at most of the other booking sites, but some improvement is better than nothing. So let's get started without wasting any further time. So as I mentioned, you will need an account. So if you already have an account, you can go ahead and log in directly. If you don't, then you have to click on sign up and quickly fill up this form and sign up. I mean, it's the usual registration form that's there in most of the sites, maybe with a few extra fields, but overall it's the same. You will have to select a username for it, which is 3 to 10 characters. I remember when I registered my account on IRCTC, they did not allow the username to be more than 8 characters, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I think eight. Well, you cannot have more than 8 characters, but they have come a long way from that as well. And this must have been at least 5 to 8 years back. Anyway, coming back to the registration part, so we don't have to worry about this. I'll go back to the home page. I'll go ahead and log in because I'm already a registered member. This captcha thing is new. I think they've just added to make sure that they can get rid of all the bots. Apparently, the bots were one of the major traffics that would just come in and they will sweep details, which made the server slow. I mean, they already IRCTC gets so much traffic, and the bots would just create havoc. So, as we can see, we have been talking about the famous problems that comes with IRCTC. Seems like my first login did not work. Let me try again. Okay. That pop-up that you saw was more from my browser. That's not related to the site at all. So once you log in, you will be welcomed in this way. I mean, you will see some ads and stuff. This is how the site is making more money out of the traffic that it already gets, the maddening traffic. But anyway, coming back to the main topic. So as you can see, there are the menu bar basic talks about tour packages, flights, hotels, tourist trains, special holidays, retiring room, and even special tourist trains. I mean, most of these might not be really relevant to somebody who's just wants to book a ticket on via the site, but yeah, it's something that you can try out. Flights and hotels, I don't think so IRCTC really controls it. They are more like these third-party integrations which are handled by sites like bigger sites like Make My Trips. MakeMyTrip.com is, if you're not already aware, it's an online travel agent, and it has a lot of flight bookings and hotels and great partnerships. So it's a massive tourist site, travel booking site. Coming back to IRCTC, let's say that we need to book a ticket from Kolkata to Bangalore. Okay, so if I type Kolkata, you notice that there are some of these stations coming up, KOAA and CP. But people who already, if you have done some research on what trains to work from Kolkata, and what kind of station you have to go to, in Kolkata there's a station called Howrah, and Howrah Junction is actually the biggest junction, is one of the major junctions in India, and when it comes to Kolkata, most of the trains run from Howrah. So if you already know that, and if you know already similar stations where you need to board from, that would be great, because then you can do an exact search for that. In case you don't, I mean, then you will have to perform a simple Google search to find out the right station that you need to get down from, or or get board a train from, and look out for that. So get the 3-digit code that basically represents a station. So these are special codes that are given to each station, listed out across the railway network. In case you do not, you're not sure and you do not really find codes like Howrah, right? Even if I go ahead and type Kolkata, what will happen is, so the Kolkata stations that are coming up, they are smaller stations, which are located in the city. And what happens is, the IRCT system is now smart enough to say that, hey, when you are looking at a station in Kolkata, it will also include results from stations like Howrah and a couple of other stations which are really close by and which can be considered in the same city. So even if you don't type the right station, the site will list all the different options that you have in order to book the ticket and reach that place. Okay, so let's say we want to travel from Howrah to Bangalore, or as it's known as now, Bengaluru. These So as you can see, right, so for Bangalore also, when I'm tapping, I'm getting so many different options. I have SBC, I have BNC, and etc. So Bangalore East, these are all small stations. Bangalore City Junction is one of the major junctions in Bangalore, but there's another junction, like I was talking about Howrah, which is in Kolkata, and which is one of the major junctions, but you cannot find by typing Kolkata. Even in Bangalore, most of the stations do not arrive at the Bangalore City Junction. they arrive at another station which is known as Yashwantpur. But what I'll do is, in order to show that that the system understands where you need to reach and will show results inclusive of even those stations that are part of the city but you may not be looking for it, I'll go ahead and use SBC, that is Bangalore City Junction. Okay, journey date. So you can book tickets prior to 2 months before your travel date. So if you're traveling on 1st of February, you can book your tickets by 1st of, I mean, on and after 1st of December. If the route is a real popular one, then trust me, I'm not kidding. It is highly possible that the tickets might be sold out in the first few hours, especially the AC coaches, air conditioned coaches. There are a lot of on the popular lines. Most of the coaches are sleeper coaches, which are non-air conditioned, and there will be like every compartment will have about 8 seats, and different berths. So rather than seats, they're known as berths because you can actually sleep on them. But if you want to book a ticket in the air conditioned compartment, then it's recommended that you make a booking 2 months before, because if it's a popular route, you should not be surprised that if the tickets just get sold out, within a few hours. If it's a popular route but it's a non-peak period, which happens on quite a few routes as well, it's possible that you can get tickets after a few days as well. Sleeper is most likely available for 15 days to 30 days minimum on popular routes. On other routes, you never know, depending on the season, depending on when you're really booking the dates, the thing might change. But yeah, the idea is that when it comes to booking your train tickets, if you can plan ahead, make sure that you go ahead and book your ticket as soon as the booking for that date opens up. Okay, so without wasting any further time, let's say that I would like to make a booking for 22nd January. And e-ticket is basically an online electronic ticket. So once you make a booking on this via this particular site, you can either take a printout or you can just show an SMS on your mobile phone in the train, and that will work as a ticket. So if you're comfortable doing that, great, you can go ahead and book an e-ticket. In case you want a physical ticket, so a physical ticket is what you get when you go to the reservation counters on the Indian Railway site. Sorry, not the site, on the Indian, any of the railway stations in India, and you go to the reservation counter at the railway station and then book a ticket, you get a physical ticket from them. If you want a physical ticket of that sort, then you can choose the iTicket option. The only issue with iTicket is that you have to, so the way iTicket works is once you make the booking, the railways department will actually be couriering the ticket to you. So they will send the ticket to an address in India via the courier. They charge you for sending that courier out. So you will have to wait about 8 to 10 days to get that ticket in your hand. Quite frankly, I don't think that I mean, in this age when even an SMS can work as your ticket, and it's very easy to lose physical tickets, I would generally recommend you to go with the e-ticket option, not with the i-ticket option. Especially, you don't have to worry about the postal service, you don't have to worry about paying those extra bucks to get those ticket reach you. But the i-ticket is still available because it's very handy for people who are, let's say I'm booking for someone who is still not very comfortable using technology, right? So they don't have access to computers at their end, so they can't really take printouts. Yes, there are a lot of places in India where that's the case. Or though mobile phones are quite popular now, but if they're older people, they might not be very comfortable in actually even showing the SMS, or understanding how the SMS thing works. So they might be more comfortable doing it the old-fashioned way, that is having a physical ticket. So in that case, I can choose the iTicket option and have the actual ticket courier to them at their address, right? Okay. So moving on, we'll choose e-ticket and we'll go ahead and we'll hit submit. So as you can see, on this date, we have just one train that is running from Howrah to Bangalore. We can see the train number. If I click on the train number, I can get the details of what time does it leave from the first station, and then what time does it arrive and depart from at each every